Happy New Year, everybody. And if you've been following my posts for the new year, you would have seen that I have been asking for your feedback on some of your struggles when it comes to working out pregnant. I have received crazy feedback, so much so that I decided to do a video series on some of the concerns, the myths, the struggles that you've all provided. My intention with this is to help you with these struggles so that you can go back on focusing on what is so important during this time, which is your health, you, and the health of your growing baby. So, out of all the comments I got, I would say that the one that hit me hardest was the topic of workout criticism and like workout haters. It's kind of like what shook me a little bit. So I wanted to address that. And typically, I want to let you know right out that anyone who is judging you or your workouts, it's about them. And it's really not about you. It's definitely a them issue. These people are usually jealous or uneducated or ignorant or trying to be protective of you and your baby for some like weird instinctive reason. What's most important is how you handle the situation. And depending on your personality, you need to find what's most comfortable way for you to handle it. So I'm going to have 4 tips today to handle the situation. And so here's a few ways to help you deal. Now, one, of course, is, and it's probably might not be the best for most of you, but it's to kind of keep your head up and ignore them. And now this is kind of like what most people do, and sometimes it's okay for a while, and then eventually it just kind of, especially when emotions are high, it gets a little bit overwhelming and it starts to discourage your workouts. And that's really not what I want for you. I want you to know that even medical boards of OBGYNs and gynecologists in Canada, US, UK, and even Australia have all changed their stance on pregnancy and exercise. And they've changed it to include regular strength training. In fact, they credit regular exercise to positive birth outcomes. So rest assured that working out is safe unless otherwise told by your doctor. Of course, if you're told to be on bed rest, or if you have other concerns, sure. But for the average person, it's definitely the best way to have a healthy pregnancy. Including diet. Now, of course, there are some special considerations when you're pregnant and working out. And on my website, I have a free workout do and don't guide that will help you with that. But it's not the topic for today. But feel free to check out my website, strongmomsfitness.com, after the live, and you can get that guide. But this kind of brings me to my second way of dealing with haters. And that is to arm yourself with education. Learn the workout do's and don'ts. Engage in dialogue with your medical team, whoever that is, a midwife, doctor, physical therapist, whoever's on your team who's educated. And learn for yourself what is truly safe and unsafe when it comes to pregnancy workouts. Being educated will give you the confidence you need to blow off these haters. You'll feel good knowing that what you're doing is healthy for you and for your baby. And if someone close to you gives you a hard time, you can say, thanks for caring about our health, but I have gone over my workouts with my medical team, and together we've decided that what I'm doing is safe and healthy. Feel free to have medical articles handy when talking to someone who's overprotective, like a really close family member. A simple search on PubMed can yield so many effective medical articles that state that working out with moderate intensity and weights provides benefits, and things like improved heart health, reduce urinary incontinence, help you with back pain, prevent gestational diabetes, It can also help with issues like constipation, mood, and of course your well-being. So if you need to back up what you're saying to some people who are a little bit more stubborn, these science-based people, have articles handy. So my third tip is to come up with a generic power statement. And this is a statement that you can repeat to yourself and to haters confidently. That way, if you get a little flustered or caught off guard, you have a statement that is like ready to go and you can state your point and end of conversation. So, something like, I have educated myself with the knowledge and information to work out safely. I have my medical team's approval, and I listen closely to the moment to moment cues that my body provides. And that's my version of a power statement, but you can make your own and state it and move on. Even, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but fit celeb Emily Skye, she actually has her own power statement too. I read it in an article somewhere, but her statement goes something like, I choose to work out when I can. Firstly, because I have clearance and support from my doctor to do so. And secondly, because it's good and healthy for me and my baby. Simple, easy, to the point, and she moves on. Last tip is a little bit more psychological based, and it is actually sitting down with yourself and figuring out exactly why these statements bother you personally. Are you insecure in your workouts deep down? Do you have this gut feeling that people might be right, that what you're doing is wrong? Or are you insecure in your pregnancy knowledge? Are you self-conscious? Whatever it is, finding out the underlying reason why these statements bother you will help you to figure out what you need to do to resolve these feelings. So it may be that you might need to educate yourself. Maybe you're struggling with loving your pregnancy body and need some assistance with mental health, but resolving what the reason is can help get rid of the impact that those haters are having. So typically, sometimes those words mean something to you because there's some sort of underlying insecurity in there. So you got to figure out what it is and then tackle that. So I'm done with my tips for today, but I actually have a special message. I really hope that this live has kind of helped you and propelled action to kind of take on those haters, because I don't want you to get discouraged in your workouts, but I just want you to know that if you need more support, education, and guidance, I'm actually putting together a brand new program starting in 2 weeks. And it's specifically for athletic women whose goal is to work out at least 5 days a week and are committed to maintain strength during pregnancy all over the next 60 days. This is a remote program so that you can join anywhere in the world. And I'm looking for 10 women to test it out at a huge discount, kind of to help me to work out the kinks, get amazing results, so that I can have case studies to show other women. And if that's if that sounds like you, comment, tell me more below, and I'll message you all the details. Thanks so much for joining me today, and talk to you soon. Talk to you tomorrow for the next video. Thanks. Take care.